There are different communities out there. So they should, in fact, even being, being an ardent admirer of Baba Saheb Ambedkar, whom I got inspired, and like a casteless society and a classless society and a egalitarian society, the kind of inspiration we do from, we take from Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and whatever the name they had proposed, it would have been very easy if he would have had done with the rest of the districts, but he made it on purpose to do it at a later date. And when I had proposed one more name for one of the Kurnool districts, I said whenever, that's one of our election promise, which we said, whenever we form government, we're going to name one of the districts as Damodaram Sanjeevaya, the first Dalit Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, where we're going to, one of the districts should be named as, should be named on his name. That's what I said. And I had a lot of objections on that from that particular area. They said, we are not happy about it, we don't want that. I said, what are your objections I had raised? And I said, whatever the reason, they said, okay. Not that they don't like Damodaram Sanjeevayaji, but they said, we don't want that. We want to remain whatever the Kurnool district should be kept as Kurnool. I said, okay, when I'm not going to go against the public, but I said, as I had promised, whenever our government comes, I said, we're going to go for a referendum. If majority of the people wanted it, definitely we'll make it happen. But referendum is a democratic choice which we're going to allow it. In the same way, right now, there is an issue in Konaseema. They should have gone for a referendum. And that too, they had given 30 days time. In 30 days time, they made a specific clause which they're saying, whoever has resentment or whoever has some objections about it, they have to come to the collectorate and they have to come as an independent, not as a group. And that specific thing is that to identify and target who has objections about it. This is the thought behind what they had done. And consequently, whatever the follow-up incidents happened, it flared up into violence, and this is what happened. If really, because I know that particular area, and there is a heavy police force is there, and it is also part of a lot of, it's a Naxal zone is also there, so that's why a lot of police presence will be there in the district. If such incidents are happening, because even at the ground level, whatever last few days I had been getting a lot of information from the police, there is a lot of volatile atmosphere is there, somehow this is brewing up, that's what they told me. So if I get to know a lot of information, what the police would have got a lot of information, they would have taken a lot of preventive measures, which they haven't taken. And they want this to happen because of whatever the core SC vote bank which they had lost, or which they are losing. And they want to create a situation like this where they want to put the blame on others. This is what exactly is happening. And somewhere, I only appeal to all, including to the people, to have a restraint, to calm down. And if you have any problem, please go for a referendum, demand a referendum, accordingly you solve it. That particular decision is not about political leaders. The collective Konaseema people has to take a decision on this. In the best given choice, what we would say is, go for a referendum. That is but the problem with YCP is, why they easily blame on others is, the problem is even high courts or any lower courts, including Supreme Courts. If any judgment is against them, they can't take no from anyone. They're right. They're absolutely right. There are no mistakes from their side. They blame judges. If a judgment which is not convenient to them, not the way they wanted it, what they do, they blame the judges, they blame the High Court judges, they blame the Supreme Court judges. It goes on, it goes on, it goes on. And you name the employees. If employees has an issue, they blame employees. If employee come onto the roads, it is not the mismanagement or bad administration of ICP. Again, they blame everything on others, not on them. So this has become a norm for YCP to whatever ruckus or mistakes they do, flaws what kind of bad administrative mistakes they commit, they blame others. And whatever the law and order situation, as on now, whatever the law and order situation, deterioration of law and order